Last week, I was working with one of my students that I just finished producing a voiceover commercial and narration demo for. And we were talking about strategies, marketing strategies, ways to use that demo to be able to get more clients and get more work. And he was making a comment to me and being very complimentary in my coaching. And he's a part of my voiceover blueprint coaching program. And he was talking about how clearly it's laid out, and that he has found that if he just simply does what it says, that he gets great results. And we got off from there. We started talking about, we both have an interest in running. Back in the day, you may have heard me say I ran a couple of marathons, and he's run a number of marathons. And I was telling him that my approach to really anything has always been to find somebody who has done it successfully, and then I just do what they say to do. Sometimes we overcomplicate things. We like to talk about things, but we don't like to do things. And one of the things that I've done in my life is I've made sure now I surround myself with people who actually do things. They accomplish things. They don't just talk about stuff. They actually do it. And so back when I was looking to run marathons, and understand I really don't have a super big background in running. I'm not overly athletic. I had never actually even, I didn't run track in school or anything like that, but I just had this desire to run a marathon. So I found this guy by the name of Hal Higdon, who had created, he has an extensive background in running and in coaching people and completing marathons. And he had posted a training program online. And what I found out, my student had actually used the same program. And what I told them that I did was, I just took this program and I just did what it said. I didn't subscribe to Runner's World magazine. I didn't join an online running forum. I didn't get with a bunch of people and start running. I just took this guy. I took his training program online. I printed it out and I followed it. I mean, word for word. I just did what he said. The first thing he said was, start running until you build up 30 minutes of running comfortably nonstop. I did. Now, that was hard for me. I was totally out of shape and overweight, and it was really hard for me to do. I mean, I could barely make it up to the end of the street, but I kept doing it until I could consistently get out several times a week and run 30 minutes nonstop. Once I did that, I started his 18-week program, and it was literally laid out. On Monday, run 3 miles. On Tuesday, rest. On Wednesday of week 1, run 3 miles, and so on and so forth. And you get further into the program, and it would have maybe 3 miles on Monday, 6 miles on Wednesday, 4 miles on Friday, 15 miles on Sunday. And if that's what it said to do, I just did it. I didn't care how hard it was. I didn't care how painful it was because it hurt. I mean, like I said, this is, I was totally out of my comfort zone, and it was hard. But I didn't negotiate in my mind. I didn't modify it to fit what I thought it should do. This guy had done it, so I just did what he said. And you know what? I successfully completed the Chicago Marathon from following that program. And I was so excited about it, I went out and followed this program again the next year, and I completed the Chicago Marathon again for a second time. Again, not being an exceptional athlete or runner by any stretch of the imagination, but by simply doing what this guy who knew what he was talking about was saying. So my point is this. When it comes to voiceover, are you talking about it? Are you, involved in forums and hanging out in meetup groups and, you talk a lot about it, and that's fine that you do those things, but what are you getting done? What are you accomplishing? Are you actually getting voiceover work? Are you building a career, or are you just kind of dancing around the perimeter of it by doing stuff that's related to it, but you're not actually getting the work done? It's not complicated. And that's why I've created the Voiceover Blueprint program, and I'm going to put a link to it down below in the description. If you are looking for a program, much like when I wanted to run, I wanted somebody to tell me, what do I do on day 1? What do I do on day 2? I can color by numbers. I may not be the smartest guy in the world. I may not even be the most talented guy in the world. But what I can do is I can follow instructions. And so if you can simply follow instructions, it's called execution. It's not talking about, it's not thinking about, it's not wishing about, it's not getting together with other people and, feeling good because we're talking about something we want to accomplish. It's about doing it, actually getting it done. If that's something you want to do and you can follow simple instructions, then I would encourage you to check out the VoiceOver Blueprint. Go to the link below. It's BillDeWeeseLive.com. What you'll be introduced to is a nearly 1 hour long free training video, some great information. But at the end of it, you'll be introduced into my in-depth mentoring coaching program, my Color by Numbers program, my Insert Tab A into Slot B program. If you're serious about stopping the talking and, kind of playing around with, and you want ready to actually do this, then let's do this. BillDeWeeseLive.com. Check it out.